Ladies and gentlemen, the former National Assembly Speaker, that is Justin Muturi, and the current Cabinet Secretary in the public service docket once again has given his opinion as far as the abduction is concerned. The first time, remember, his son was abducted, later on found, and he gave the entire story on how it was until the son was released from the NIS. Now, recently, there were 3 gentlemen who were abducted from Lolongo. One of them was Justus, and then was Martin, and then was Karani. These 3 gentlemen, they have families, actually immediate family, that's the wife and kids, and they also have father, mother, sister, and brothers. They also come from a region. These gentlemen were abducted now for more than 40 days. And a sad story was given recently, that's yesterday, that 2 bodies positively identified, that one for Karani and for Justus. And then there's a third one, which appears to be that one for Karani and Martin. And then the third one, which is suspected to be of Karani, is also at the city mortuary. Meaning these people were abducted in broad daylight, and then these people got killed. We all know here that the abductions that are occurring are not done by criminals. They are simply done by people known by the government. And this is not a lie. It is all over. Because we've seen whenever they come to abduct, they have handcuffs, they have guns, they have vehicles that are well known, but they still come in the broad daylight and abduct. For the case of these gentlemen, they were abducted during the day. One of them actually was in the bathroom, and then he was picked up from his house. The wife was there. Then he was taken until now, despite of the calls that released them, they have not been released. So as we speak today, they have been found, their bodies have been found at the city mortuary. One of them alleged to have been found next to Nairobi River, and one to have been found, I don't know, maybe an accident or something. Another one is yet to be identified. So probably it's clear that these people were murdered and then now presented to the city mortuary. The unfortunate thing is that the moment the bodies were identified, it's when Douglas Kanja was also appearing in court, which is not a coincidence that even when Masengeli had refused to attend court, he got himself to court, and then we had the other guys from Tengela that were abducted also being found. The 2 scripts are the same, which means they're done by the same person, which is the government. They're both involving government people, and eventually they actually involving government people, and the same things have happened. So this shows very well that this was still the government at work. Now let me go back to Justin JB Muturi. Justin is serving the current government. And when he came out to speak about the abduction, actually was attacked, including by Kindiki himself. People did not see the sense of what he was talking about. Justin JB Muturi was talking about the issue to do with abduction, where he was asking the government to stop these abductions and those who are abducted to be released. And this is a message that the common mwananchi wants to hear. But Kindiki, William Ruto, people serving under William Ruto, including Oscar Sudi, they all came out to speak against Justin Muturi. Well and good. It's okay that they needed the government to speak the same language. But now, who was coming out to speak about the abductions? Why was the government not doing anything as far as the abductions are concerned? Why do we have people still held by the abductors and there's nobody from government is talking about this? Why? These are the same questions Justin JB Muturi is asking. Now, in this kind of a case, Justin JB Muturi is asking a very simple thing. Why are we taking it to be normal? The 1 life, the 2 lives, the 3 lives that are lost here are just like the same ones that are being lost in Congo. Therefore, the president cannot put efforts in Congo where we are having the Kenyans killing themselves. The government orchestrating deaths of these young men. Today it's me, tomorrow it's someone else. Right now, people are speaking against JB Muturi. Yet, their sons are not the ones abducted. Their daughters are not the ones abducted. Their sisters are not the ones. Now they feel that they are safe. This is an act that we must all condemn in this country. When I was once in Nakuru, I asked some few people that, what do you think that will take William Ruto home if he was supposed to go home? People say it very well. The killings and abductions. And the way they are constantly happening. That is what people remember more. Now, JB Muturi has come out to speak. As for me, there are few lessons I'm picking from JB Muturi. We can't rule out the political objective that is there, but the fact remains is speaking the right thing. Speaking against abduction, asking the government to be accountable, a commission to be developed so that we can have these people entirely accounted for, and then we get a report, and those people who are involved in this thing to be also be held accountable. Because there's no way we can simply sit down and let the abductions and the killings be a normal thing. Why must presidents kill? We, in the Kenyan history, during Kenyatta's time, people died. During Moi's time, people died. During Kibaki's time, people died in post-election violence immensely, in large numbers. During Uhuru Kenyatta's time, people died. Now, in President William Ruto's regime again, the same thing continues. Why must we have presidents allowing or killing our people? Why should this happening? Why should presidents allow people to be killed innocently within their regimes? What political threat are they causing to you guys that you have to allow people to be killed? It has been a series of deaths, and I'm going to do an extensive video about that. But on this case here, on JB Muturi, right now, as we speak, the objective, first of all, is to speak out the wrong things that are happening in government. The second thing is the political mileage is going to receive on this. It is true that every politician has a political objective. People thought he would resign before, but he hasn't resigned. But now, if there's any political thing that he should benefit, what is this that JB Muturi is supposed to benefit from? Number one, according to me, it is that as we speak, the mountain is going to form a party. Rigathi Gachagua being the presiding officer. As this is going to happen, they are going to have a party leader and officials there. JB Muturi must be one of them. That's the first thing. There are speculations that it's a Democratic Party which is led by JB Muturi. The second thing, you have the Mount Kenya flag bearer. Until this point, Rigathi Gachagua hasn't mentioned the person he prefers because he's impeached, and most likely they might support someone else. If you're not the wife, JB Muturi or Ndindi Nyoro, around that corner, there's nobody that will come out of these people because they have to check the most popular guy and the person Rigathi Gachagua feels comfortable most with. Now, another thing that we're talking about here is the survival of the mountain region leaders. When it comes to 2027, if you're with government, William Ruto, with Rigathi Gachagua in the ground, able to speak, you cannot go anywhere. So probably what's happening right now, there's an orchestrated plan to ensure that everyone is aligning himself to the people, not with the government. Because it's like not who is going to rescue them. It is not Kithure Kindiki going to rescue them. It is not William Ruto coming to rescue them. It is the people, the leaders themselves to line themselves to the people on the ground and then later on get elected come 2027. I don't know what's your take as far as this is concerned, but JB Muturi so far hits William Ruto again to remind him that it is not business as usual.